Nothing as satisfying as blending the major pentatonic scale with the minor pentatonic scale. I love doing that whenever a dominant chord happens. It's so expressive and just really fun to do. So today I invited my good friend Robert Baker, let's go, to share with you 5 of our favorite licks that blend the major pentatonic scale with the minor pentatonic scale. And that's coming up. Hi, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about equipping guitar players like yourself to develop their voice, their musical voice, and just basically tell their own personal musical story. And today, we're going to tell a story using 2 different scales, the minor pentatonic scale and the major pentatonic scale, which, yes, they should clash together. You usually don't blend 2 types of scales like that together because it doesn't necessarily work. Here it really works. It sounds very bluesy and it will work over major chords. So my good friend Robert Baker is going to help me out. You're going to see the tabs on the screen here. We're going to walk you through these licks. Grab your guitar. Let's get started. I love this lick. It's so satisfying to play, and it's really easier than it might sound like. Here's how it works. We have 3 different motifs in 3 different octaves. The first one, and then we're sliding down to the next octave, 1 octave below, and then 1 octave below, like that. Here's the first motif. We're starting on the minor third, high E string, 8th fret, hammer on to the major third, which was 1 fret higher, so that'll be the 9th fret. Then going to the 2nd string, 10th fret with the ring finger. And then middle finger is going to play the 3rd string, 9th fret. And then we're going to go back to the 2nd string, 10th fret. And then instead of going back to that note with the middle finger, we're actually going to reach this note with the index on the 3rd string, 8th fret, which is the blue note. I really like that sound here. And that's the motif, the first motif. This is played with 16th notes, so that's 4 notes per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. So make sure that you're consistent with the rhythm flow. And then we're going to slide down an octave lower from the note we started with. So that's also the minor third here on the 3rd string, 5th fret. Something like that. And then slide down to the minor third, an octave lower again. And then we're going to finish with this dominant 7 chord. It might be a little weird fingering-wise, if that's how you say it. That's my French coming out, but this is what we should do for the fingering here. We're sliding down with the index from the 5th fret to the 3rd, doing that hammer on, so index, middle, and then the ring finger is going to reach for that root, which is on the 6th string, 5th fret, and then the middle finger is going to play the major 3rd, and the pinky is going to play that minor 7th. So you might need to practice that a little bit. Here it is all together, slowly. And that's your lick. Lick number 2 uses the 5th string as a visual reference point. That's where our root is on the 5th string, 12th fret, if we're in the key of A. So if you're in another key, you would just find that root on a different fret of the 5th string. And we're going to start on the high E string, 12th fret. We're going to do a hammer on to the 14, so index ring. And then we're going to do a bend, and that's where we're really mixing the major pentatonic with the minor, because we're starting with the minor third, which is played with the middle finger on the 2nd string, 13th fret. And we're going to bend that, a half step bend, so it sounds like the major third. But to add a little twist to it, or more body to this, instead of just doing a single bend, we're also going to hear that high E string 12th fret at the same time. Kind of a country type of thing. And then the rest is just pentatonic scale. And we're going to slide down to the minor third with the index, 4th string, sliding to the 10th, hammer on the major third, which is with the middle finger on the 11th fret, and we're going to stop there on the root, which is where the visual reference point that we mentioned earlier, that's on the 5th string, 12th fret. This lick uses the minor pentatonic scale as a basis, and then we're going to suggest that major third sometimes. And we're also adding some blue notes in there, the minor blues scale. The most difficult part here really is what's happening in the middle here. But it's not that difficult. It's a lot of pull-offs. We're basically descending that minor blues scale. We're starting on the 2nd string, 8th fret, pulling off from frets 8 to 5. Then on the 3rd string, we're going to pull off 8, 7, 5. And then we're going to play the root with the ring finger on the 4th string, 7th fret. So all together we have. And then we're going to do a bend. So we're going to do that bend with the ring finger. We need to do a slide bar to reach that 3rd string, 7th fret. And we're going to do a half step bend to suggest the flat 5, which is the blue note. And then we're going to go to the 3rd string, 5th fret. Then here, this thing right here, this thing requires what I call a roll. And you might be tempted to do a bar from the 4th string, 7th fret to the 5th string, 7th fret, but that's not going to sound as clean as the roll technique, which is basically using 2 different fingers here, and you're kind of like rolling your wrist. I call it the roll. I don't know if it's a proper term, but you're kind of like rolling like that, like a wheel kind of. And that's played with the ring and middle. And then we're going to end with a quick slide from the 5th fret, 5th string, to the 3rd fret. And we're going to finish with a half step bend to end on that major third.
Hey there, everybody, what is up? Thanks to David for letting me hop on over here and jam out. So here are my 2 licks for you. Just combining that major and minor pentatonic vibe. So let's go! So what all is going on here? Well, slow would be like this. So I'm starting out, I'm kind of doing it as like our minor pentatonic box 1 is where I'm getting a lot of these notes from. But I'm going to go 5, hammer on the 6 on the G, so I'm going from my minor third to major third. Then on the B string, I'm going to go 5, hammer on 7, and then I go to 5 on the high. And there's a lot of swing involved in this, and that's probably the more difficult part than the actual note selection. Now I'm going to go back to the B string here, I'm going to go 8, 7, and pull off the 5. Again, that's kind of crucial to the dynamics of the lick. Okay, then I'm going to do another 7, pull off the 5 on the B. Okay, then I go back to 7 on the G. Shouldn't say back, we haven't been here yet, but I'm going to go to 7 on the G. So I have... Okay, then I go back to 5 on the B. Now here's, it's kind of chromatic, but if you look at the way it's combining the notes, it's actually not in a way, it's just our minor and major mixed together. I'm going to go... So I go 7, 6, 5 on the G, 7 on the D. Okay, so now on that G, when I picked that, I went 7, 6, and I did a pull off the 5. So it's kind of what we were doing on the B string. Okay, when I go to that 7 on the D, then I go. So that is just 5 sliding down to 4, 5 on the D, then 4 to 2, 4 on the D, then I go and I pluck that 2 on the G, which is just a root note twice. So and I end with a A major chord. So I'm just playing open A string, 2nd fret on the D, and I grab this minor third right here, the 5th fret on the G, and I bend it up to a major third. So you have your root, 5th, and then minor third, which would sound terrible because we want it to be major. There we go. So. So lick number 2 is here. Now what am I doing? Well, I start out very classic pentatonic. I'm just going to go to 17 on the B, 17 on the high, back to 17 on the B. Then I do a big old full step bend on 20 on the B. Add that vibrato if you want to. And then I do these little stutters. I go. So I'm going to 21 on the high string and I pick it twice. And I do a pull off to 17. Then 20 on the B. Then 17 on the high, then I go 20, pull off 17 on the B, and 19 on the G. So, okay, so I have this much. Now I repeat this, but I kind of move back in more of the minor pentatonic range. So I'm going to go 20 to 17, then I go to 19, then 17 on the G, then I go to 19 pull off 17. So, and 19 on the D. So. Okay, now I'm going to go to 19 on the G, stutter that one. Then I go to 17. So, the 19 on the D, 17 on the G. Then I'm going to do a little chromatic section here where I'm going to go 16, 17, 18 on the G, and then 17 on the high, just to resolve it. So I have. And that's the lick.
If you want to download the tabs and an awesome backing track that is going to work wonders with these licks, well, you can do that for free. All you need to do is visit the link below, enter a valid email address, and instantly, magically, you're going to receive those assets for you to practice. Good stuff. If you like this video, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and remember to click the bell icon because that way you'll get a notification anytime I upload a new video, which is about 3 times a week. Also, you should definitely check out the other video that Robert and I did, 5 new licks. That's on his channel right now. I'm going to leave a link somewhere on this page. And remember, nobody can say it the way you say it on the guitar. I will see you next time.